What's going on, everybody? Is your that's bright. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta work on my lighting here. Oh, that's too dark. Okay. I feel like I like that right there. That's better. Still kind of bright, but hold on, let's see something. No, that's too dark too. That's probably the best we're gonna do. Lovely Girl TV. Excuse me, Lonely Girl TV. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. You're first. Exactly. Shout out to you. Monkey Finesse coming in. Sugar Free coming in third. We are here. It's Friday. We got a lot to talk about, or a lot of things we could talk about if y'all want to talk about them. It's definitely one of those streams where I don't really have a set topic, but I definitely want to hop on. I was going to do a video today, and I was like, you know what? I'll just wait and talk to my peeps, my YouTube friends, family. I was like, we'll just do a little live stream. I knew I was going to be in this hotel. So I was like, yeah, let's talk. How y'all doing? Candy checking in, straight out of money. Aviana, unpopular advisor, like the name. What up, Marco? Oh, what's happening? Hey, we just here. What up, Rochelle? Greetings to you as well. Oh, Les, you're welcome. You're welcome. I go through my comments and I remove a few, but I like the comments that I genuinely like. I respond back to the ones I can. So yeah, I appreciate you taking time to comment. Somebody said Lonely Girl did a Popeyes mukbang recently. Oh, I gotta look that up. I have got to look that up. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up right now so I don't forget. I'm gonna look this up right now. Hold on. Popeyes. See if I can find it. See if it'll find it. Videos. Okay. Sloppy, juicy chicken. Okay. I found it. I'm gonna watch that later. Where are we at in the comments? Instinct. What up, Maxillo? TLC. Yes, it's been a minute. How you doing? A lot of people who've been gone for a while have been coming back lately. That's awesome. What up, Lee? Lee, you got 3 roommates? 2 cool, 1 crazy? Oh, that's a lot of roommates, bro. Hang in there. Maybe the crazy one will quit. What up, Charles P? Oh no, Cucumber. I was messing with the lights. I was trying to. The lighting is a little bright. I was trying to dim it, but it didn't work. What up, Angela? Good to see you. Todd Ryan Casper, R1M8. We just saying what's up. The blinking alarm flag is distracting you. You know what's crazy? I saw that when I first came on, and I was like, somebody's gonna say something about that. Somebody's gonna be like, that alarm clock is killing me. Hello, Mackenzie. Hey, Lonely Girl, you know people know you. You come through. You got fans in the chat. They gonna call you out. They gonna call you out. Less than 2025 from now. Let's do it. Womb to Tune game. What up, Patrick? What up, John? MG, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I'm doing very well. Vanessa, we are here. We brought the positivity with us. We brought Gratitude Gorilla with us. We here. Hello, A. Oh yeah, I'm in Boulder. I'm going to a CU women's basketball game tomorrow. So, my Airbnb host had some stuff going on this weekend, and they're having like a parade downtown and a bunch of stuff, and I didn't want to deal with it. She invited me. She's like, "Hey, you're invited." Boom, 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 and I was like, you know what? It'll give me a reason to do something, because I'll just sit at the house. So I was like, you know what? I'll go to a basketball game this week. I've wanted to go to a basketball game while I was here. So I was like, I'll just go down to Boulder and catch a basketball game. Just make a weekend of it. So we here. What up, Bob, the Space Ghost? Bobby, the Space Ghost. Looking forward to spring? Hey, me too. But we got to get through this winter. We got to get through this winter time, Thank you, Angela. I've never been to a women's college basketball game before. So I am a little. I don't know why I should be nervous, but I am a little nervous. Y'all know me, I have social anxiety. So like if I haven't done something before, I'll always get a little nervous before I do it, especially if it involves large groups of people. But I'll be okay. I bought 2 seats. I bought 2 tickets. So 2 tickets on a row where there's only 2 seats. This is how introverted, socially anxious I am. You see you kind of see the stadium and all the. You ever bought tickets and it's like it shows you the seats that are available. I go all the way around the stadium and try to find the seats that work for me. And I found row, like it's like the end of a row. So there's only 2 seats. I say, yeah, give me that. Give me both of them. So nobody's got any reason to come sit by me. I said, give me both seats. So yeah, that's what we do. So um, I did invite a friend of mine, but she was busy. But yeah. But in lieu of that, I'll go by myself. Kaz, what up? Oh, the concert was nice, Angela. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, 2025. I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be awesome. I really think there's gonna be some. I think there's gonna be some major changes, but I think it's gonna be a good year for a lot of us. Drew, what up? If somebody tries to sit in the empty seat, I just tell them that's somebody's seat. And if they say anything, I just pull up. Like I got the tickets on my phone, so I just pull up and be like, "That's my friend's seat." You know what I mean? Which isn't a lie because I invited somebody. She just didn't come. So I'm just like, bro, it's like my friend's seat. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, worst case scenario, you call an usher and they make a move. Like I got the tickets. I've done this when I used to go to the WNBA games. I typically always bought 2 seats, and no one ever tried to sit there. So VAR checking in at Delaware. What up? Mixtape. Hello. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure the game will be fun. Like once I get there, like I'm one of those weird people. I get like beforehand anxiety. Like if it's something I know I want to do. Like I get this before I go on a trip. Like if it's like before I went to Thailand, a couple days before I'll start getting real anxious. As soon as the trip starts, I'm fine. I'm fine. Um, but like yeah, beforehand, this always happens. I just get kind of, and then I'm sure as soon as I get to the game, I'll be fine. As soon as I get to the game, find my seat, I'm fine. Get me, some popcorn. Hopefully they got foods. I don't know. Yeah, as soon as I do that, I'll be fine. But like, yeah, it's just leading up to it, doing things that I'm not used to doing. Yeah, I get a little nervous, but that's good. You know, that lets me know I'm leveling up. If I'm doing something I haven't done before, or I'm a little nervous to do, even if it's something that's not a big deal, it's new to me. Avery checking in from Washington. How's it going? John said, an ounce of prevention is an ounce of preparedness. Okay. That's how you feel about 2025? All right. All right. My last sip of alcohol, Ray, was in July 6 years ago. July, August, 6 years ago. Whenever that was. I'm starting to lose track. I'm hoping soon I don't even remember the years. People ask me, sorry, and I don't mind answering, but I'm hoping soon I forget because it has no bearing on me. To me, it would be like someone asking, like, when did you break up with James? You know what I mean? When did you break up with Tiana? And it was like 5 years ago. You'd be like, I don't remember, bro. 2000. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't mind people asking, but yeah, I just don't. Alcohol has no bearing in my life anymore. So like, I'm not one of those people who like keeps track of the date. After about a year or two, it's kind of like, well, I'm just never going to drink again. So it could, yeah, yeah, but yeah, it was 6 years ago. What up, Samantha? Ooh, Mia Moore moving from Indiana to Nashville. Oh, nice, nice. A little nervous, but excited. Hey, that's the good. That nervous excitement. That's where it's at. What up, Healing Daily? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Diana checking in as well. Steven, I've seen the Bill Burr bit on the WNBA. I watched it, back when it first came out. I love Bill Burr. That I wasn't really into, but I love Bill Burr. Like he's funny. I really do like Bill Burr. That don't mean I have to love every bit, but I've seen it. Yes. Which I love the fact that nobody talks about that really anymore because like the W's taken over. You know what I mean? You know, Caitlin Clark is probably one of the top three most famous sports figures right now. So I love the fact that everybody who had crap to say about the WNBA, they really not talking about it. They ain't as much bass in their voice no more. Hmm? You know, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, you know. Ty, glad to be here. Avery, I don't know about living on the East Coast. If I did, it would probably be the Northeast. I really have no desire to live in the Southeast anymore. You know, no shade. I just done it. You know what I mean? So if I ever did, it would probably be the Northeast. Yeah, yeah, Southeast. I'm good. I'm good. Lee, I don't think so. Currently, it is not my plan to stay in Colorado, but daily, I've really been enjoying being here. So daily, I'm like, dang, do you just want to stay here? But I'm like, nah, done Colorado, bro. You know what I mean? So I go back and forth, but my plans are not to stay here. But we'll see. You know. Samantha, I don't have the urge to drink anymore just because like I stopped drinking because it was better that I don't. But when I stopped drinking, I still had the urge. Um, Over time, the urge just went away. And like deep down inside, I know when I drink, I get sick, I get blackouts, bad things happen. Just when you've had years and years and years of like negativity coming behind something, you don't want to do it no more. You know what I mean? And once you go long enough without doing it, you just don't have the desire no more. That's why I'd love to equate it to a breakup. Just like imagine you were in a relationship with someone, it started out cool, and then over the years they just got abusive and nasty and ugly, and you know what I mean? And then eventually you got out that relationship. You're not gonna want to go back. Like in the beginning, you might. You know, pretty much every relationship you get out of, there's that breakaway period where you might tiptoe back around there. You know what I mean? But eventually you're just gonna like be so thankful you escaped that situation, right? That you're not gonna want to go back to that person. And even if like in the beginning, as time passes, occasionally you think fondly about that person, you're not gonna want to get back with them. You know what I mean? It's like I think fondly of my drunk days, you know, but I did that. And I was blessed to escape those times with not as much damage as could have happened, you know? But I have no desire to go back to that, bro. Like for what? For what? Like, and that's the thing too. We've been so programmed to feel like you have to drink. If you have a bad day, you got to drink. You have a great day, you got to drink. Once you break free from that, you realize there's no reason to drink. You know, there's no reason to drink ever, unless you want to, and I don't want to. You know, it's kind of like, you know, I always say I have like an alcohol allergy. When I drink, I break out into bad actions. If you have a peanut allergy, and it like is really bad, you know what I mean? You might every now and then smell some peanuts and be like, ah, but you're not eating the peanuts. You know, you know, it's not worth it. You know, so that's how it is with me. It's like it's just not worth it. So I don't even like it when it's not. It'd be like if they was like, hey, you could never eat asparagus again. You just won't eat asparagus. Like you're not gonna sit around and, you know, try to sneak in some asparagus. I just don't eat asparagus. Okay, moving on. But yeah, I have no desire. And that's a good point, Patrick. Yeah, most people on the deathbed would give anything to have the time left we have left. I agree with that. I agree with that. You know, Monkey, I'm so used to doing stuff alone that you know, for me it'll be something like going to a certain restaurant. I'm like, I don't want to do that alone. Um, There's even some trips that like I'm like I really don't want to do it alone, but I will. So like I'm so used to doing stuff alone that if it's something I really want to do, I always do stuff alone. So I'll eventually do it alone. You know. Yeah, but mainly just like yeah, maybe like a certain restaurants I kind of want to try out. I'll just be like I ain't doing that alone. But yeah, I'm if I really want to do it, I'll just do it alone, bro. Like I'm used to it. Like that's my damn near my comfort zone is alone. So yeah. Uh, I don't share my birthday. I just don't give out personal information on the internet anymore. Um, I know most people who ask my birthday are trying to do like astrology or signs or something, but nah, I don't give it up. I didn't go through withdrawals, Doopy. Um, I don't know why. I didn't have physical withdrawals. No, it was just the mental in the beginning, really wanting to drink. But I didn't have physical withdrawals. No, no, I don't know why. I do not know why. Oh man, you live in Denver? Okay, okay. Haven't drunk in 10 years. Haven't done marijuana. Never will. Okay, okay. I love the breakdown. 65, Colorado. Ain't drinking 10 years. Never smoked weed. Mic drop. What up, Jazz? What we not gonna have is no Eminem slander in the chat. I'm just messing with y'all. I love him. Say what you want to say, but I love him. I have not been on a cruise healing daily. I want to go. That's another thing I'll probably have to go alone. But I do want to go on one. Maybe I'll go to a singles cruise. Sweetie, what up? Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna say it slowly one more time. We not gonna have no Eminem slander, bro. Thank you, R1. You know, M's that dude, man. I just get sensitive about M because no one ever wants to give him his props, or people don't want to give him as many props as he should have. You know, people always got something to say. I'm like, just say he's the greatest. It's okay. Say he's one of the greats. Angela likes going to concerts alone. Cool. Interesting meeting people who are there, chat with people on the line, or the people you stand next to. Like, you know what, Angela? I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to do that. Man, that sounds so much fun. I'm the exact opposite. I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody. But that does sound fun. And I'm glad you're taking in all these concerts. Sweetie, I've been here. It's funny, a lot of people have been coming to me and be like, long time no see. Where you been at, bro? Like, I'm like, I've been here. I've been here. Y'all left. I'm messing with you. But yeah, I've been here. I've been here. Yeah, thank you, Samantha. People like to Google where someone was born and then say they're not from where they say they're from. But like everybody knows Eminem's from Detroit. Like if he wasn't really from Detroit, like no one from Detroit would they would have, that would have came out years ago. They would have been like, he's not really from Detroit. None of the Detroit rappers would rock with him. You know what I mean? So like that's why it's like, come on, bro. Like now we just trying to be negative for no reason. Okay, all right. You know what, John? I'm not doing this tonight, man. I'm not doing this. Like, stop. I don't know what's wrong with you tonight, John, but like, bro, stop. I'm not doing this. Let me get back in character. Praveen, what up? Good to see you. Here for good vibes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just here for the good vibes. Thank you, Healing Daily. Everybody, like I don't know. It astounds me. People just for no reason. And I understand we all go through stuff. We have our days, but it just, I don't know. It's just funny being on this end of it. Just like people just one day just want to harp on something. That's the sword we want to die on tonight is Eminem's not from Detroit. When I said we had a lot to talk about, I did not think that would be one of the topics. But hey, we're here. We're here. Praveen, I love the good vibe too. Thank you. Tim J. Much love. Much love. BP already. It is December. Thank you, BP. Good vibes. We be trying to keep it good vibes. I do have a question for y'all. Okay. I'll do D Jackson. I'm having Chinese food tonight. I already got it. DoorDash is cheap out here in Boulder. It's cheaper than in Denver. They didn't bring me any forks though, so I'm gonna have to like craft a fork out of a cup or something. Anyway, I was getting on the bus to come here. Okay, y'all gotta let me know if this was an a-hole move, right? I was getting on the bus to get here. It's called the Flatiron Flyer. It leaves from Union Station in Denver. It brings you to Union Station here, and it's the same price as the regular bus, which is really cool. So I didn't. It leaves every 15 minutes, so I didn't even check the times it was leaving. I just walked up there to Union Station, and it was the bus was pulling in when I walked up. So I got in line. There's probably like 20 people in line. So the bus pulls up, the door opens, and like everybody starts getting on the bus. And you know how lines are getting on the bus. Like it moves at a pretty fast pace, just long enough for people to like show their ticket, scan their ticket, move. You know what I mean? So it was pretty quick. The guy in front of me, and we're near the back. We're like the last 3 or 4 people. So I'm already like, dang, I don't know if I'm gonna get a row to myself because that's a lot of people, you know? So I'm trying to like hurry up, get on the bus. The guy in front of me is like on his phone. He's an older guy. He's like on his phone. So he's like going super slow. And like the line is all like way up in front of, like there's a huge gap between the person in front of him and him. And it just keeps getting bigger. And he's just slowly going. And I'm like, bro, like get on the, like it doesn't sit here forever. It's here for like 5 minutes and it's gone. He's slowly walking, he's on his phone, and then he just stops. He just stops and starts typing on his phone. So I just went around him. Then like I just went around him, got on the bus, and then I was like, "Ooh, was that an a-hole move?" Like, you know, because I think when I went around him, suddenly he was right behind me. I think he was like, "Oh, snap!" I don't know if he thought he was the last person or what, but I was like, "Was that kind of an a-hole move? Should I have like just waited for him?" But I'm like, "Nah, bro. Like, you don't stop. The bus is boarding. You don't stop just because you want to be typing on your phone." I'm like, "Wait till you get on the bus. You'll be in your seat in like 2 minutes." I don't know. I just went around him. I felt bad about it though. Yeah, he was just like, you know, thank you. Okay, Jazz would have done the same thing. Okay, I don't feel so bad. Yeah, I'd be feeling, so I don't know, like sometimes I'll just do stuff and then I'm like, oh man, was that? Because I always want to be, because I'm always kind of in my own work, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing me. But like, I'm like, oh, maybe that was not bus etiquette. Okay, dude said it's okay. John, I've got some sheep and I got a very small amount of Bitcoin. I'm not actively investing in crypto right now, just because I'm not working, so my disposable money that I use for investing is lower. So I'm just feeding my dividend portfolio. Like when I'm working, I'll usually, 2 or 3 different places. I'll invest in, dividend portfolio, some ETFs, which isn't part of my dividend portfolio. That's in a whole different account. And then I'll do some crypto, but yeah, when I'm not working, any extra I have, I'm just putting in my dividend portfolio. Public transportation, survival of the fittest. Okay, cool. I don't feel so bad. I'm like, get off your phone. I was like, what were you doing that was so important that you had? I don't know. It was crazy. Autumn would have done the same thing. Thank you. Great minds. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Hey, yeah, it depends on what we squeezing. You know what's really crazy though? He ended up sitting like right across from me. And when he sat down, he was still on his phone. He kind of turned and looked at me. Not negative, not bad, but he just kind of looked at me. I guess, I don't know, just seeing who I was, I guess. But I'm like, bro, you stopped in the line. Like get on the bus, then do whatever you're doing. I don't know. It's yeah, and then there was a girl got on in front of me. I don't know what she was going through. She almost got kicked off the bus because she wouldn't. Usually the bus to Boulder, there's nobody on it, but I never go in the afternoon. I usually go in the morning. Everybody's at work. There's nobody on it, and then I come back. But I've never. People were. It's Friday afternoon. People got off early, so they was going home. So the bus was packed, and the girl in front of me, I don't know what she was going through, but yeah, she wouldn't move. She just put her bags in the aisle and never moved them. Just put them in the aisle. People were having to like step over them. And we've been on the bus like 30, 40 minutes. People were having to step over them. Finally, the bus driver was like, hey, you got to move them bags. And then she took forever to move them. Like the bus driver had to stand up and be like, and then she was like, oh, okay. It was an interesting bus ride. But we made it. Praveen, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad. Appreciate the love, Praveen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me give you a like on that. It says, I feel it will be a very exciting, glamorous weekend. Okay, okay. Looking forward to positivity and good energy. Me too, me too. I definitely think it'll be an exciting weekend. I'm glad you're going to have a glamorous weekend. What you got going on, Praveen? A little glamour? Date night, perhaps? Okay. Thank you, Praveen. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great weekend. I'm excited. And I'm glad I got about yeah, I didn't want to have to deal with the situation that was going on at my Airbnb, which my host was super nice. She told me well in advance. You know, and she was like, "Well, I don't want to make it seem like I'm, making you leave." I was like, "No, you're not making me leave. I could stay. I just don't want to be around people." Somebody stopped in in the middle of the parking lot to text. Exactly, Mel. Like, do one or the other. Like, people act like your phone. It's not like the text disappears in 30 seconds. Like, bro, just do what you got to do, then get on the phone. Like, or then do it. Like, it's just weird. People, I don't know. Oh, you're good, John. I try to answer all the questions. Hey, Diana, at least that's honest, And like I said, I believe in God, but I totally could see why some people wouldn't. And that's one of the things I've been trying to work on. And I think, the more we can do this with each other when we have differing beliefs is to like see if we can understand why people have those beliefs. Then I think we can all get along and we can all speak our truth. I think we live in a time period where most people are like, if you don't agree with me, screw you, you're an idiot. But it's like, no, take the time to be like, hey, I may not totally agree, but let me see if I can see why you feel the way you do. And in that case, I do. I totally understand people who look around and be like, bro, if there was a God, why? I get it. I get it. And honestly, I don't have an answer for that when people ask me that. There's a God, why does he or she let all this bad stuff happen? I don't know. I didn't get a memo. I didn't get an email. There was no orientation that explained that when I was born. But you know what I mean? So I get it. I get that. I get that. Yeah. And one of the main reasons I feel like I believe in God, it's just me, is there have been times when I've prayed and felt the results. You know what I mean? So that's for me, like I can't refute that. Like I've prayed for certain things or help me to have the wisdom to see this or understand. And then like the wisdom came to me. You know what I mean? Like helped me to have the strength to resist this. And then like a calm came over me and I was able to resist easily. Things like that. I'm like, there's got to be something. But once again, that's my reality. That's my truth. I can't expect everyone to have the same beliefs as me if they haven't gone through the same life as me. You know what I mean? So, Praveen going to Greensboro? Okay. Someone stops in the middle of your driveway? Yeah, that's crazy. That's nasty work. Healing, I don't know. People always say you know when you're ready to date, but how do you know when you're not ready to date or be in a relationship? Um, I guess if you really feel like you don't want to date, then you're not ready to date. Does it matter? Like if you want to date, date. If you don't. Like, do you have to feel ready or not ready? Just asking. Hey, Jazz, glad this was your first live. Thank you. Welcome. I mean, R1, if for you being a true believer brings you more inner peace, cool. And I do think your statement is true from the point of whatever you truly believe, if you stand on that, you'll be at peace. I'm not saying being a true believer in God will bring you more inner peace, because if someone doesn't believe in that, them pretending to be a true believer, you know what I mean? So it's just like if you stand on whatever you truly believe, no matter what it is, I think you'll have more peace. Um, as opposed to like just going along with what everyone around you tells you to do. But like, yeah, if you stand on whatever you believe, I think you're gonna have more peace because it's what you actually believe. The interesting thing is though, a lot of times we change. You might truly believe something, you get a little older, you might see it differently. So another reason to give ourselves grace and not like I believe what I believe, but I believe it's important to revisit those beliefs regularly just to see if I still believe it. So I try not to be a diehard anything, just me personally, because like if down the line I start to not believe it anymore, I want the freedom to change, as opposed to be like, well, I've always believed this, so I got to keep believing it. It's like, nah, this is what I believe now. 10 years from now, I might switch it up. You know, Shervon, good night. Trying to be the best. How you doing? How you doing? First time. Okay, a couple first time viewers. How you doing? Good to see you. Come on in. We here. What up, Kashif? Oh, you about to do a live at 6? Oh, good. Have fun. Have fun. This live streams where it's at, man. Freedom, you doing the carnivore diet? You can't cook on the carnivore diet? Samantha, I love people. I just don't like always being around people. I love people. I love everybody. Um, it's just because of like the way I am, it's just hard sometimes to be around people. So like I ain't friendly. Like if you just see me out walking, like if one of y'all sees me out walking, please come say hi. But just average, just left to myself, I just do me. Um, but yeah, I love people. I love everybody. It's just hard for me to interact with people sometimes. Blanca, you ready to date, but you're not going to. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. Hey, trying to be the best I can. I do a lot of blocking, and I just think this community was founded on positivity. Um, so like I don't think people stick around for too long who aren't positive. And Angela's like the best moderator ever. So if I don't see it, she sees it. So like, yeah, like I ain't afraid to block people. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to block people. And yeah, if people think they got something they can come at you about, they gonna come. The good news is, what can they really say, bro? Like, what can they say? Like, I love when people try to use things that they think will get me to get it, bro. Like I am who I am. Like I'm not ashamed of anything. You know what I mean? Let's go. Oh, Diana, you don't remember subscribing, but you're subscribed. Oh, nice. That's what I like to hear. Let me put this on live chat. Hold on. I always forget to put it on live chat. I always put it on top chat. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I like people when I'm in people mode, which is, like, yeah, work. I love being around my coworkers. Like, if I have a reason to interact with people and they're good people, I love it. Um, but, like, just randomly walking up the street and somebody walks up trying to ask me about anything, you know what I mean? Nah, nah. Bernita, what up? Cyan's good. When did I talk to Cyan? We talk like every week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, talk to Cyan. He good. We had a very good conversation about AI. Yeah. Mini bike Larry. I'm trying to figure that out right now personally. I kind of want to, get a little home base situation going. So I'm trying to figure that out right now, currently. Larry, neither of those shows. By the way, if y'all hear the air coming and going, I don't know why. The heat, the fan blows for like 2 minutes. It goes off for 2 minutes. It comes back on for 2 minutes. It's kind of irritating, but I'm grateful to have heat. So if I was going to buy 10 acres, depends on where it's at. Yeah, depends on where it's at to know a good price. What up, Brandon? Nice to meet you, Michael. Oh, look, we got Rico in the building. Richard, how you doing? Larry, you giving me horrible choices. I'm joking. Neither group. Um, Orlando, what up? Adifa, hello. So get a George Foreman grill. Okay. Orlando, you just saw the video on living a simple life. Yes, that video did really well. Like I hadn't looked at the numbers recently. I was like, ooh, that video was like living a simple life is hard. It's like 120,000 views. I didn't even know that. Uber will pay 100% tuition at ASU. Why? For like a degree? That seems very generous of Uber. I gotta look that up. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I just want to know why. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh dang. You're right. Wow. Drivers and their eligible family members can receive 100% tuition coverage for online degree programs and courses at ASU. That's crazy. I learned something new tonight. Wow, I did not know that. Wonder why just ASU. Interesting. That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta figure out what you're trying to do, Brandon. That's mind blowing. I wonder if more people, if how many people actually know that. Hey, weekends. What up? What up? What up? Yeah, Praveen. Yeah, we the number's slowly going up. 2 more weeks of the job than layoff, Richard. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. ASU is a party school. Okay, I see Uber. Starbucks has a program like that too? Starbucks is. I was watching a thing about Starbucks. I'm curious to see what happens with Starbucks in the next 10 years. I wonder will it still be Starbucks? I mean, it'll be Starbucks, but will it be Starbucks? I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm just wondering. I think it's gonna, and this isn't hate, but I could see it not being what it's been in the past. The more I think on it. Yeah, yeah. Apparently, if you work for Uber and you've done 2,000 uh, lifetime trips and you're a gold, platinum, or silver driver, um, yeah, they'll pay tuition for undergraduate degrees and courses at ASU. Now, you also have to apply for financial aid. You know, so if somebody else will pay it first, But yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that. I did not know that. That's okay. People got a lot of crazy stuff to say about Uber. They out here sending people to ASU. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I feel like that's happened before, right? Now that I think about it, has that happened before at your job? You in the past? What up, Grayshawn? You're in a white girl's a Starbucks super fan. You'll fight a Dunkin' or Dutch fan. I don't know. It's like if I'm somewhere and Starbucks is the only coffee shop around, yeah, I like Starbucks. But like if there's any other coffee shop, I'll typically go to that. Especially if it's like a local coffee shop. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like I just never could totally be like I'm all in on Starbucks. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'll do it, you know. But honestly, Starbucks sells more iced drinks now than like hot coffee, which is crazy. What up, Kevin? Good to see you. Do they have Costa? What's Costa? Ah, okay, it did happen. Okay, cool, cool. I thought I remember something about that. The more I thought about it, Richard, I was like, I feel like that happened before. Okay, all right. I don't think I've tried Tim Hortons. No, I'm actually more of a Dunkin' person. Yeah, honestly, if there's a Dunkin' and a Starbucks, I'll do Dunkin' first. If it's between two like major chains, I'll do Dunkin' first. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why. Just to me, I feel like Starbucks' coffee is like harder. I don't know. Dunkin's coffee is you put enough sugar in it, it's damn near juice, which which probably isn't what most people are looking for in their coffee. But for me, yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, just Dunkin's coffee. I don't know. I've been seeing people talk about this Wawa on DoorDash. Like I watch videos of people like who deliver DoorDash, and they always be at the Wawas, and I've never seen one. So it'll be cool when I finally get to go in one. Dun Bros, never heard of that either. Angela doesn't drink coffee. Oh, sorry, sorry. I'm actually. This is something you won't see much. Tim drinking a soda out of a can. Honestly, I thought it was going to be in a cup with ice, but they gave me a can. So I'm pretty sure on. Actually, there was no pitcher on DoorDash. Okay, yeah, there was no pitcher. Um, but I was thinking it was going to be a cup with ice, which is a can. But we here. For me, said I don't drink coffee either, but I prefer egg sandwiches and an occasional donut or muffin. Okay, okay, okay. I have had Caribou coffee, Samantha. Yeah, yeah. Wawa's is in North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Okay, okay. Well, when they move out west, that's probably where I'll be. Scooters coffee. See, I just that's what I'm saying. Like Starbucks can't be the king. There's too many other people getting in the business. I don't know. It'll be curious to see where the coffee business is in 10 years. Uber Eats is slow right now, Leo? Oh, sorry to hear that. You mean deliver? Hey, the DoorDash King got to come back a little early. It's all good, Richard. It's all good. Kevin says, I get that cheap Walmart coffee. That's Sam's Choice. Make it at the crib. I understand. I understand. Respect. There's what's that one? Ziggy's? There's one in Colorado. Are they everywhere? Called Ziggy's. It's just like the drive-through coffee shops. They're kind of cool. I like them. Now, of course, my top coffee shop, and I can't remember the name, but it's a drive-through coffee shop in Loveland. The nicest people you'll ever meet. I got to start remembering the name. Next time I go, I'm like, give me a business card. Nicest people you ever meet. Yeah, anytime I'm in Loveland driving, which isn't much these days, I stop by that place and the owner will come out, talk to me sometimes. Like, it's cool. Do you need a job right now? I don't know. What part of the country are you in? Yeah, I like a little local mom and pop type of low light. You know what I mean? I like the coffee shops that like sofas and chairs and dimly lit corners. That's where I'll be at. Mm-hmm. Oh, Leo, you're in LA. What's the job market like out there? TJ, I really don't know much about connecting and making friends. I meet all my friends on the internet or at work, so I'm trying to figure that out too. Like, how do you go somewhere new, build community? I'm trying to figure that out. So, Judy, what up? Oh, Rico, you gonna start working on the YouTube channel? Okay. Hey, you know me. I actually have a video uploaded um about. It's like a. Let's see how long it is. Does it show me? It's a 19-minute video about about YouTube. Um, Kind of piggybacking off. I'm seeing a lot of people my age saying they're starting YouTube channels. A lot of people doing those videos about YouTube changed my life. Um, so yeah, I might throw that on tomorrow. Maybe I'll put that. Maybe I'll upload that tomorrow. Yeah, maybe I'll upload that tomorrow. But yeah, just like going in depth on YouTube. So yeah, maybe I'll upload it tomorrow. I'll do a thumbnail tonight before I go to bed. I got a bunch of basketball to watch, but maybe I can do a thumbnail. Yeah, Patrick, I think Starbucks went through, what all successful businesses kind of go through is the more successful they become, the bigger they get, the more they lose what made them successful. I just feel like it's very hard not to go through that cycle. And I think some companies are able to bring it back, get it back. But yeah, I mean, it's just you grow from one little shop in Seattle to you're worldwide. It's hard to keep it, you know, the same. And unless you really, really focus on that. Because I think some companies have, because like that was their focus. Like it's not about the growth. It's not about the way. It's about this is what we do. This is our culture. But yeah, are you just trying to get as big as you can, as quick as you can? There's gonna be a few ingredients missing from the gumbo, down the line. Yeah, Rico, I'll be your first subscriber. Let me know as soon as you get a video. Yeah, Ice Wave. There. I saw an article today that said inflation was on the way down. Who knows? I didn't read it. It was a video. I was like, yeah, they've always saying something about inflation, but yeah, things are more expensive than they were in 2019. But that can't last forever. I hope. Nothing lasts forever. So. Yeah, you just a very short email. Okay. I checked my email 2 days ago, so I'll be honest. I probably won't check it again for a couple weeks. Yeah, I did check my email a couple days ago. Um, so yeah, if I know someone sent me an email, sometimes I'll try to check it sooner. Um, I just don't always get around to it. But I got you, Diana. I got you. Richard, I have never stayed at the Green Tortoise. I want to. It's on my list. I've booked it before and canceled, but I've been by the first Starbucks many times. Whenever I'm in Seattle, I make it a point, and I always get a thrill. I don't know why. I don't know why. I've seen it many times, but I always go to Pike's Market and I always walk down to the first Starbucks and I always stand there and watch people take pictures of it. I guess it's just a cool location. But yeah, that's whenever I'm in Seattle, if I'm in that part of town, which I usually am, I always go by the first Starbucks. It's just kind of cool. If you haven't done that, do that. Go to Seattle, go to Pike's Market, walk along the waterfront, and then go see the first Starbucks. Cool little trip. Cool little trip. Cool little trip. Jazz and Laughter. I'm still reading the low key reading, rereading The Psychology of Money. I pull it out every couple of days and read it, but I'm not really reading anything at the moment. I'm just kind of like, yeah, rereading that. 133. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Your next goal for investing ties to buy a share of Netflix and Apple. Okay. Hey, I love fractional investing. So like I do love that I live in a time period where like, and there are some things where I'm like I want a full share, but like I love living in this time where like you can just buy fractions of like I don't most things I don't even think in terms of shares. I just think in terms of how much money am I gonna put into it. Honestly, most of the stuff in my dividend portfolio, I couldn't tell you how much what the share price is. I couldn't. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, I get that. I respect that. I respect that. Netflix and Apple. Okay, let's go. Good luck. That book is by Morgan Housel. Morgan Housel. Housel. Morgan Housel. You want to go to the last blockbuster? Nice, nice. I saw one of the last ones when I was in Alaska, and I think it's closed now. But I saw like one of the last three years ago when I was in Alaska. That was kind of cool. That was a vibe. I'm like, is that a blockbuster? That was crazy. I was like, is that a blockbuster? I was like, this is nuts, bro. That was kind of cool. Kevin, I have read some books about investing. I will say this though, Kevin. And this is part of the reason I never did the channel or didn't go forward with the channel. We're almost at 100 likes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. 9 more. Thank y'all. It was just weird because I was watching a lot of videos on investing, listening to podcasts, reading books. It kind of just boiled down to like diversification and like ETFs, index funds. You know what I mean? Like that was really what everybody was kind of saying. And then there's other like vehicles for what to do with your money. IRAs and what I mean, CDs and there's other stuff. But like, and that stuff is basically just you figure out what it is, figure out what works for you. But there really like when it came like to like the stock market, there really wasn't nothing there. You know what I mean? They were like, hey, you can never time the market. Nobody knows what stocks to buy. You should just diversify and put your money in index funds. Like that was like I'm like, so how do they have channels where all they do is talk about the stock market? If some of the smartest investors of all time were just like, or Warren Buffett's just like, hey, do a lot of research, buy good companies. You know what I mean? I'm like, why did they shroud it in all this mystery and make it seem like there's all? I'm like, oh, it's a game. You know what I mean? It's a game. You don't have to watch CNBC every day. You don't have to watch this. They don't know. You ever thought about this? If the people on TV who talk to you about investing knew 100% of the time what they're talking about, they wouldn't still be on TV. like they would have made so much money in the stock market. I don't know. So yeah, I stopped reading investing books just because like I read like 4 or 5, and I'm like, bro, like there's really not. That's why I really like the psychology of money, because it's less about tactics and more about like getting your mind right. And I think that's where the key lies, is like once you get your mind right about money, then you can figure out the tactics that work for you. Um, but yeah, just I don't know. Yeah, it was interesting. How comfortable I'd be with a silent retreat? I don't. I think I'd be very uncomfortable. I don't. I'd rather retreat silently by myself. Because I do sometimes. Said, do you ever get that euphoric feeling when you realize I'm living my dream and it's awesome? I do. Yes. And it's an amazing feeling, and it always gives me raring to go, helping other people get that feeling. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest motivators, and it could be 30 seconds, bro. It could be 2 minutes, like it could be very short, but it's real enough and it's euphoric enough that it's worth it. You know what I mean? I could go 6 months, a year without it, and then you get it, and it's just like, bro, like this is, and almost immediately I'm like, man, I want everyone. It's like this is what life's supposed to be. Life's supposed to be moments of like, man, I'm alive. It's almost not even I'm living my dream. It's I'm alive. I'm living right now, and it feels amazing. And the reason it feels amazing, living the dream. But you know what I mean? It's just that so much of our life we're just living, we're just existing, we're getting by, we're worrying, we're stressed. It's like to have those moments where like right here in this moment, everything is okay. In fact, it's amazing. That's I just want everyone to have that feeling. That's one of my life goals. Cause Sharon, I have very little, very small amount of Bitcoin. Yeah. Diana, we don't talk politics on here, respectfully. Oh, Angela already got. Thank you. That's the way to be. R1. Like accept yourself. Even beyond that, like we're start to embrace gratitude. Does that? You start to become grateful for your good qualities, for the thing you know what I mean, for the blessings you have been blessed with. And then once you get there, yeah, you start caring less about what people think. It's like, bro, I've been blessed. What are you gonna say about me? You're gonna talk about the areas where maybe I'm not blessed. Let's talk about the area where I am blessed. We can work on that other stuff. You know, Redbox is going bye bye. I'm surprised it's not already gone. People still go to the Redbox. People got DVD players. People got DVD players. Yeah, Kevin, I'm definitely not saying don't read the books. You can go on like Amazon and just type in best investing books, and a bunch will pop up. Um, I'm not saying don't read the books, but like that's why I stopped reading the books, because it wasn't one of those things where the more I read, the more I learned. I found out that people were just saying the same things over and like it was just basically the same advice. I'm like, oh, okay. Dark Notion, how's it going? Tate the Great, what up? Dragon, you definitely can ask the question. Yeah, y'all see the clock in the back? I was gonna go over there and move it, but I've been being lazy. Angela, you got DVD and CD player? I'm not hating. I respect that. That stuff's gonna come back around. That stuff's gonna that see hold on to them DVD and CD players. Those things are gonna come back around. Watch. hmm hmm Go on eBay, buy you up a thousand piece lot of CDs. This stuff's gonna come back around. Watch. hmm It's gonna come back around, because we're gonna just want to turn our devices off, not deal with them. There's gonna be a whole movement of people don't want no devices, because it's gonna be, yeah. You think our devices control us now? Give it 5 years. So I can see that stuff becoming very, very popular again. Krillin Collective, hello. Hello, Oliver. Gregory. Dragon XP, if you want to travel, money, no money, travel. You know what I mean? Um, and I know firsthand, I had like no money when I started traveling. Um, I just Googled how to travel with no money. I think in life, we're taught whenever we have an ideal to be like, how am I going to pay for it? As opposed to just having an idea and going after it. So yeah, if you want to travel, travel. Like figure out a way to do it without money. Or start traveling and make the money as you go to do travel. You know what I mean? But like, don't let the fact that you think you don't have enough money to travel stop you from traveling if you really want to travel. Instead, I'm big on manifesting. I'm going to start traveling. And then, I know for me, I got home from work every day and I was just doing research. How do I travel with no money? How do I travel broke? How do I travel with little money? And eventually, that's how I came across like seasonal work. And that's how I was able to do it because I had no money. I had like $1,000. My buddy Ray gave me 250. Shout out to Ray Ray. You know what I mean? So like, it's possible. It's definitely possible. And that's with so many things in life. We don't allow ourselves to say we're going to do something until we think we have the means to do it. But I know a lot of times the means to do it won't materialize until we say we're going to do it. Or I know that so many things I'm like, I'm going to do that. How are you going to do it, Timothy? I don't have a clue. And now I know I don't need to have a clue. I just need to know I'm going to do it. And then fast forward a year and a half, the means to do it materialize. And then people were like, how did you know that was going to? I didn't. I told you I didn't know. I just knew I was going to do it. All we have in life is like what happens and like our actions. You know what I mean? There's the stuff we have no control over and like our actions. And I think we're way too dependent on the stuff we have no control over when it comes to like our actions. Instead of doing what we're going to do, we're always kind of like, well, if this happens and this happens and this happens, I'll do it. Or things happen and we're like, oh, because that happened, I can't do this. It's like, no, like we should take the lead. It's like, it's our life. It's my life, it's your life. We should take the lead. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then depending on what happens, we have to figure out how we're going to do it. Or a lot of times, once again, once you say, this is what I'm going to do, suddenly the things over here you have no control of start kind of being under your control or like working for you. It's weird. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy. But I firmly believe Dragon XP, if you start saying, hey, I'm going to travel, and you stop really worrying about the money, or you're just like, all right, even with no money, I'm going to figure out a way to travel. And that's just the statement you put out there. I promise you, I'm almost certain you'll end up traveling somehow. Somehow you'll be able to do it. But yeah, definitely go for it. Jasmine, I'm actually in Boulder just for the weekend. Just for the weekend. I'm going to the CU basketball game tomorrow. I have heard of Wall Street Trapper. Yes, yes. Videotapes are huge. Okay, selling them. Okay. Hey, see you later, weekends. Yeah, Jazz. Firm believer. If you state intentions, because I think we don't see thoughts as an action, or we don't see our thoughts as a powerful action. But our thoughts are some of the most powerful things in the world. Like I was thinking about this today. You ever had a thought pop in your head? For example, I did that video about forgiveness, and I've interacted with a lot of people since I did that who've said that, like, hey, there's just, these things, when I think about them, with things I've done in the past, it just kills me. That shows you, and I've been there too. That shows you how powerful a thought is. You can have a single thought and it ruins your whole day, right? Something you did in the past, you just think about it for 10 seconds, ruins your day. Thoughts are powerful. Like there's power there. Um, and so like I'm a big believer in, like, if I think I want to do something, I say it. I put it out there. Thought is an action. Some of it I write down. I'm going to do this. Like it's powerful. It seems just like nothing, but there's more power there than in a lot of the other real actions we take. Like we'll watch 10 podcasts we'll listen to 10 podcasts about something, but we'll never say, this is what I'm going to do. We might tell somebody, oh man, I want to do this, I want to do that. But until the moment you say, this is what I'm doing, you haven't stated that intention. And I think your subconscious mind, the universe, God, whatever, is waiting. I think I kind of want to do so and so. It's just like they all waiting. Just waiting for an assignment. I want to help Tim out. If he would just say what he wants to do, the moment you say, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some land and I'm going to buy emus and I'm going to breed them and make a fortune, whatever. All of a sudden, everybody can spring into action. Oh, you want to buy land? Do you want to buy emus? Boom, boom, boom. With something we can work with. But like when we're just like, I'm right with the thing and like nobody, if there are forces that want to help us, which I think there are, you got to tell them what to do. Every now and then the universe, God will throw you one for free. Here you go. I'm bored. Blessing. But like, honestly, especially our subconscious mind, it's just like waiting. Like, what do you want for, like, its job is to help us. Its job is to use all the knowledge we've acquired in our whole life to help us the rest of our life. But like, we don't give it none to do. Yeah, I might do that. I might do this. I might do that. That'd be cool. It's just like, bro, just tell me something. I'm a firm believer. So many things. You can ask my buddy Simon. I'm going to do that. And it might be 4 years later, but I do it, And Dylan is right. Sometimes it is that balance of saying what you're going to do and then letting, just waiting, you know. That's why a lot of times I don't like to put timing on my stuff. I used to. This year I'm gonna and there's some things, like if I feel I have control over it, I'll be like, this year I want to do this. But if it's something I don't think I have total control over, I don't put a time on it, because it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. So I just say, one day I'm going to so and so. Or I speak it in like as if it's already happening. I have 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. One day I'm going to have 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't put a time on it. It's going to happen how it's going to happen. I don't know what video I'm going to put out that's going to, do big numbers and bring a bunch of people in. It's going to happen. So yeah, like there is that stating the intention and then being patient and be willing to just let whatever's going to happen. Um, it's always a balance. But I think a lot of times we just don't do anything. Yeah, Craig, I'm definitely enjoying the NCAA season. I was just watching the Texas Notre Dame game. Um, then I watched the UConn Holy Cross game, but unless UConn plays somebody really good, it's almost pointless to watch because they're gonna win. But typically, uh, but yeah, I'm enjoying the NCAA season very much, very much. I mean, I'm going to a game tomorrow, so excited about that. My first one. Thank you, Sophia. I've been in Colorado all year though, but thank you. I've been here since I was up in Estes Park. I've been here since April. Oh, Wizard. I was just talking about um, can AI help us cure the loneliness epidemic? That's yeah. I think we're going to be a lot more comfortable. I think all of us are going to be chatting with AI. A lot of us are going to be chatting with AI on like a daily basis within the next 5 years in some form or the other. So I think it will help with the loneliness epidemic. And I'm gonna do a video on this because I know it'll get a lot of views and people will hate on it. So I love the controversial topics, especially when I'm right. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot where I was at in the middle of the statement. That's a good one too, Richard. Yeah, if you, I like that. If you think about something all the time, you also take steps to make it happen. You thinking about it for a reason. Might as well do it. World class plays. I am in Boulder, Colorado. Jazz and laughter. I go live pretty regular. I don't really have a set schedule. I might start working on that, but pretty regular. At least a couple times a week. I feel like I've read that book, Kashern, The Power of Subconscious Mind. I feel like I've read that. Sean, I don't know who that is. Respectfully. I do know who Bren P. Grace is, Diana. Yes, yes. Somebody's Black Life. How you doing? How you doing? What up, Alex? Just discovered the channel a few weeks. Okay, cool. Welcome, welcome. London in the building. That's on my bucket list, going to London. Hopefully we can make that happen. See, that's something I have control over. So we try to make that happen this year. Um, thank you, Wizard Kelly. Yet another I've had this conversation with a few people, and they said the same thing. A lot of them were creatives, and like they've been using AI to help them creatively, and they're like, yeah, I do a lot of talking to my AI actually. That's like it's my experience plus other people's experience that makes me be like, yeah, this fear we have of AI, yeah. I'll tell you, 5 years from now, we'll think it's crazy. All this craziness we're saying about AI, we'll be laughing at it because by then we'll know the true issues about it. Like there will be issues, there will be problems, as with every technology. People will use it negatively. We'll know then. We'll laugh at the stuff we're scared about it now. R1, I don't know who that is, so no, I don't listen to that person. Right, I do not think we're living in the last days. I don't believe there's any last days. I personally believe that that's something religions came up with. You know, um, I think we're living in the days we're living in. Um, People have been saying it's the last days since the first days. So that's just my opinion. We could be, who knows? I just don't buy into this last days kind of thing. It seems like exactly something I would come up with if I was kind of trying to control people. Oh, this is the end. You better do what we say. You got to think about these things. You don't have to. I think about these things. Josh, I feel you. So I've been traveling solos, feeling empty, meet people sometimes, but I feel like what's the point since I'm leaving soon? I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know the feeling. I just try to double down on the friendships that I've had for years because like I know they mean something. Or if I can make a new friendship and it's gonna be a lifetime friendship. I just try to double down on those because yeah, I know those will be around. I know there's a reason. Yeah. I get it. I get it, Josh. Sometimes, like I said, especially going out the country, I really have no desire to travel by myself, but or very little desire. But if that's the only way I can do it, but I totally get it. I totally understand. Hey Rick, ChatGPT helped me write a grant proposal for a bank at work. I'm sold. Plus AI surveillance videos are awesome. Hey, telling you, I think more and more of thanks for sharing, Rick. I think more and more of us are gonna find that one thing it does for us. As same with the internet. People are all against it. Every technology, we're against it until it does that thing for us. I was like, I'll never use CDs until I realized I didn't have to rewind. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? I don't have to rewind. I can just to the song instantly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just that one thing. So, like, I think that's what's going to happen with AI is we'll find that one area where it works for us, and then we're not scared of it anymore. What about we're Big McCaslin checking in as well? Healing Daily use AI to start your LLC. I'm telling you, everybody's using it. I'm 2 hours behind. Behind what? Every technology. We're scared of it till we need it, or till we can use it for something. Then it's the best. Yeah, I know they're talking about the clock, but 2 hours behind what? You have to state the starting point. Because you could be like, "Are you 8 hours behind?" I don't know how far behind I am. If you don't, and I'm just proving a point here. But like, I don't know how far behind I am unless you tell me where we're starting. Now I know you're asking if I'm 2 hours behind the East Coast because the East Coast, as someone who lived there, is the one coast that always thinks their time is the right time because everything on TV is East Coast. East Coast, 8 East, 6 Pacific. You know what I mean? So I know the East Coast is the one coast that always think. So I know what's being asked. But me, I have to be like, I don't know if I'm 2 hours behind if you didn't tell me where we're starting from. Like if I'm in a race and someone was like, "How far are you behind?" Like if I can't see the person in front of me, I don't. I'm just tomato tomato. I just like being difficult. Paul, I do have a little. You asked to invest in crypto. I got a little. I feel like you've asked this before. I have a little Shiba Inu, and I have a small about a Bitcoin. I feel like I had some Ethereum too. I gotta check. Oh, healing. Like we're all gonna be. That's gonna be regular. Having your AI friend. You know. Oh, There we go. It's actually 7:28 here. Yes. Sure enough. You missed the days when call waiting was cutting edge. Yeah, yeah. What's that noise? Hold on. Somebody called. You get excited, boy, when somebody else was calling. You get excited unless you was on your phone with your little girlfriend and the call was for your mom or your dad. Let me call you back. Back for cell phones, you had to use the same. Y'all kids don't know this. There was a time you had to use the same phone as your parents. Y'all kids don't even understand the ramifications of this. There was a time your little friends couldn't call you whenever they wanted to because you had to use the same phone as your parents, and they might need to use the phone. There wasn't no go in your room, talk on the phone all night long. No, no. Your parents would pick the phone up and tell you to get off. It was different time, different time, different time. Arguably, probably better. Oh yeah, Paul, I'd be paying attention to the comments, man. Nah, healing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, there used to be a lot of drama. People would be eavesdropping on your phone calls. You'd have to get off the phone. Someone would call and you wouldn't do the call waiting, and they tell your parents, "I called you the other day," and your parents be like, "Hey, if I get a phone call when you're on the phone, you let me take the phone call. I pay these bills." It was different. It's different back then. Pagers. Yeah, I had a pager. No one ever paged me except my mom. My boy Ricky, he get calls he get pages all the time. Boop boop boop. Oh, I gotta call so and so. Boom boom. No one ever paged me. My dad would give me his old pagers. Actually had some nice ones. My pager game was good. Just nobody paged me. I'm paying what $15 a month or whatever for a pager. Nobody paged me, but I had it on my hip. Star 69. I forgot about Star 69. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was back before like you always knew who called you. You know, waiting in the house all day for the call. They never call. You get mad. I would get mad. I would get mad. Hmm. With women, you know. She said she was gonna call me. She ain't call me. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Yes, healing. I used to call the time. That's crazy too. I forgot about that. Used to call the time. My dad used to shout out to pops. He used to leave it on like the time radio station sometime, so it would just tell you the time, like every minute or something. He had something that used to do the time. It would just be like the time is now 6:37 p.m. The time is now 6:30. Yeah, that has video stuff. Yeah, putting words in the pager. Good old days. Wizard Kelly, I have a friend who's really into psychedelics as far as like for medicinal purposes and all that, as well as for like spiritual purposes. I don't have any thoughts on them really because I've never taken them. I don't have a desire to take them. But like if they're helping people, if they can, if all these prescriptions are legal, just my thoughts. Yeah, for sure. I remember rotary phones. My first phone was a rotary phone. Like it was after people had like dial phones. But I wanted a phone in my room, so my dad bought me a rotary phone. We have a similar sense of humor. I would do the same thing if I had a son. I mean, not now. I'd get him like a flip phone. It's equivalent to like if I had a son now, he wanted a phone, and I bought him a flip phone. It's kind of what it was. Thank you, Solar. So bless you, brother. Love your videos. Thank you. Thank you. But as cool as it is to like go down memory lane on that stuff, I'm glad I got I'm glad I got my cell phone. You know what I mean? Even all that comes with it, I'm excited to have the technology we have now. What up, Ty? You're fighting ants Caddyshack style, Edward? I don't know what that means. I don't I forgot. I've seen Caddyshack. I don't remember the ant portion. They got you sealing cracks with silicone. We still talking about the ants? It's like a rap lyric. Um, 2244. You're talking about, yeah. Sometimes it's just not. If you're feeling lonely, you got to get out and do something. Go to the mall. Something. I feel you. I feel you. I do agree. Simple Natural Black Life. We were more social, more human. Yeah, I do agree. I do. I totally agree. And I think we haven't seen the worst of it. AI is going to make us less lonely, but it's going to widen the gap. I think, like of us like interacting, which might be what's needed. Sometimes you got to go all the way to the extreme for it to rebalance out. So yeah, we're heading down the path of not socializing, talking to each other in person less and less. I think it has to get way more out of whack though before we fix it. Like right now, it's out of whack, but it's okay. You know, I think it's gonna have to get really out of whack. Then we'll be like, all right, we need to start back the other direction. I mean, Sam, I'm with you. I mean, if we could go back to caveman days, cave person days, I'd be fine. I'd be fine. But you know, we you thus far we've not been able to stop technology. You know what I mean? So like it's there's lots of things that like if we could get rid of in this world, I'd get rid of it. I mean, honestly, technology would be like 10th on the list. But like, we just have to live with it. Have I seen her play Detroit Became Human? No. No, I haven't. I have not. What about Max? Yeah, I could go back to the caveman days. All you got to do is like get up and hunt and fish and hang out. I'm good. So what you die at 30? Whatever. It was a fun 30. That's what's funny to me. Like people who on one sentence will be like, "My life is miserable. I don't know why I'm here. I hate my job. I hate my kids. I'm tired of it all." When you mention like how our ancestors lived, they're like, "Yeah, but they died at 40." It's like, bro, you're 25 and hate life already. I'd much rather go back there, but that's just me. That's just me. Hey, see you later, Rigo. That's what I'm saying. We live longer, but like, how many of the years of those years are we like living? You know what I mean? That's my question. Like, if you're out there living every single day, if you want to be like, yeah, they died younger, I got you. But the average person ain't like, what are we? They not, you know, it's like they was living every day. Like you had to get up every day and hunt, gather, and you know what I mean. Like they was enjoying. I don't know. It just seems. I just feel like I would prefer that. Christina, I have used CoolWorks in the past to all the seasonal jobs we've had over the last 10 years or whatever, going on 10 years. I got off CoolWorks, so yeah, I definitely use CoolWorks. Yeah, shout out to the people at CoolWorks. Um, we've had interactions. They used to send me free merch. Like really cool people. Really cool people. Yeah, showing up. They keeping us alive longer so we can work longer, bruh. What do they keeping us alive longer so we can work longer. Yeah, I don't know what would happen if the grid went down and the internet went out. I'm I hope that doesn't happen. Nobody has cash anymore. People, how would people buy anything? That's the big one. You know, no one would have any money. No one would buy anything. I don't know what Matthew 8:20 says, but I'm pretty sure I don't. I respect the Bible. It's one of the holy books, but I wouldn't say. I will say my moral code is influenced by what I learned from the Bible, as well as other books. So I doubt I would ever say I live by any scripture. Um, just like I've read some of the other holy books. I don't know if I'd say I live by them. Um, but I don't know what Matthew 8:20 says. Let me look it up. Actually, I do really like that scripture. I wouldn't say I live by it, but I do really like that scripture. Foxes and what does it say? Foxes and whatever have dens, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. I actually really like that scripture. It is very motivational. Yes. Hey, Christina traveled 469 cities in 520 days. Dang. Okay. Okay. I ain't mad at that. In the minivan. Let's go. Getting the miles up. Let's go. That's awesome. That's actually very awesome. That's awesome, Christina. That's awesome. Damn, that's a lot of cities. Yeah, sure enough, like I said, I do like that scripture. And there's other scriptures that like, I grew up reading the Bible, like you said. So like, there's other scriptures that I get motivation from. Definitely, definitely. Ice Wave. I've been hearing a lot about ghost jobs, and we actually talked about them a couple of weeks ago. I was just trying to figure out what the point is, and some people had some good thoughts that I hadn't thought of. But yeah, I was just like, what would be the point? Unless it's just data mining. But I'm like, they got all our data anyway. So I don't know. Yeah, I haven't ran into any of those. Um, like I said, I typically only work seasonal jobs, and I don't think many seasonal companies are doing any ghost jobs. So yeah, I haven't ran into any on Coolworks, but yeah, I keep hearing a lot about ghost jobs. Yeah, Susan, I agree. I think we were made for fellowship. I don't. I think the reason why a lot of people are turning away from fellowship in the form of dating is not because they don't think we need fellowship. I think they can't find fellowship, or when they try to find it, it ends up doing more harm than good. So I think that's where sometimes we don't see eye to eye. Because yeah, I know people say, "Man, you shouldn't be alone. You should find somebody." And most people will be like, "I tried to find somebody and couldn't." You know what I mean? So like, that's why I'm done. Not that I wouldn't want to. I think everybody is like, it's in our DNA. Like everybody, for the most part, if you were like, "Hey, I have the perfect partner for you," would take him. Except for some really diehard people who's like, "Nah, I want to be alone," which is cool. But I think it's the absence of finding decent fellowship people to fellowship with is what is pushing people away from fellowshipping. Just try to be a decent person. I'm with you, Max. Great. I do absolutely nothing on Christmas. Usually I spend Christmas in a horrible mood because nothing's open. And I just want some chicken wings or a couple burritos. I don't really eat burritos, but it sounded good. Um, yeah, so I usually spend Christmas aggravated because nothing's open. What, last Christmas I had to walk 30 minutes to find a Starbucks. Ugh. So yeah, I don't celebrate any holidays. So yeah, it's just another day to me, just an aggravating day. But I respect the Christmas spirit. You know, I like the fact that people seem to get a little nicer around. But beyond that, it doesn't mean anything to me. You can't tell Tim certain days you have to do certain things and not give me a good reason. Everybody else does it. No, one of our books says no. Once again, nothing against Christmas. I love the fact that people love it. They don't mean nothing to me. Very few of these days mean anything to me. Krillin Collective, thank you first off. Said love the content. When it comes to healing from heartbreak, I think time is the only answer. If there was anything else, you know, someone would have came up with it and they'd be a trillionaire. One of the biggest issues as a human is heartbreak. The second one is loneliness. So I think it's loneliness. That's another one that we know the answer to it. If you're lonely, you got to get around some people. But we're not always able to find the thing to cure our loneliness. So once again, it's with loneliness, you can do what you can, but you can only do what you can. Sometimes you're just gonna be lonely. You know, um, But with heartbreak, it's just time. Like there's no, I mean, you can do things to kind of keep your mind off of it while you're going through the healing process. I don't think there's a hack. There's no boost to speed up the time. It's just time. We've all been through it. Heartbreaks, it sucks. 6 months down the line, it doesn't suck as much. 3 months down the line, doesn't suck as much. I just don't think there's a answer. It just is what it is. It's built into the human condition. Sadly. Yeah, Josh, I'm still looking for home base. I don't know what my plans are 2025. There's a couple of places I want to travel to, but beyond that, I have no real plans yet. So, which is kind of cool. I haven't been to any states in the Northeast, like as an adult. I think I went to like New York when I was a kid. So yeah. Angela on it tonight. Okay. Max, you go to the movies on Christmas? Okay. Yeah. Well, when I say be around people, Josh, I mean be around people that there's a connection so you don't feel as lonely. I mean, like I call it like my friends can tell when I'm kind of going through something because I'll be calling them like every couple days, once a week. Like friends that I talk to every couple weeks, I'll call them Saturday, then I'll call them next Saturday. Oh boy, Cyan, who I talk to probably once a week, I'll call him like Wednesday, then I'll call him Friday. I know in his mind he'd be like, "What is up with this dude?" But like, it's like, man, if I'm going through it, I just need to talk to my peoples, bro. Like, it's all I got. So, and y'all here on YouTube. Um, but yeah, it definitely helps if it's people that mean something in your life. Christina, some of the places I worked at, I got my own room. Other places I had to share a room. The last few years, I've had no desire to. Once I got a little older, I had no desire to share a room. So I've been going to places where I got my own room. But before that, yeah, sometimes I had to share a room. Most seasonal places have shared rooms. Yeah. Pino, I stopped riding the Greyhound probably 6 years ago. Um, I just have no desire to ride Greyhound. So if I'm not riding it, I can't really make Greyhound videos. But yeah, I got no desire to ride Greyhound. I'll do it if I have to. But it's just like if you got to go to the dentist and they're like, hey, that dentist over there is cheaper, but don't trust him. He'll mess your teeth up. Or you can go to this dentist over here that's more expensive, but they're like guaranteed to take care of your teeth. When you broke, you got to go to that dentist. Once you get money, your coins get up. You always going to go to the better dentist, right? If you have the money to go to the good dentist, you're not going to go to the bad dentist. Same with like travel. Like once I got the money to travel other than Greyhound, I'm not traveling Greyhound. Now, if you've never traveled Greyhound, what up, Jenny's Road? You might not notice. But if you've traveled Greyhound, yeah, yeah, yeah. You stop doing it as soon as you can. Avery, I'm not a foodie, so I don't know where the food scene's better. I'm not a foodie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sling Blade made you not want to share a room. Okay. Hey, see you later, R1. Logan, you're looking at teaching English as a second language, partly to travel, also for the dental work. Let's go. Yeah, Avery, that Atlanta ground station is unique. It's a yeah, yeah. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. We done been a few places, seen a few things, but some of them we've seen more times than we need. Boy, when you pull up to that Atlanta Greyhound station and they start throwing your bags out on that curb, and it ain't a curb inside of it's just the curb. They just pull up to the curb, start throwing your bags out. People milling around, people walking up, looking at your bag. You all the way in the back of the bus. You can't get off. But your bag is already on the curb sometimes. You're like, man, please let me get off this bus, get my bag for one of these 20 people walking out here, just take it and run off. So I'm telling you, man. You know, you think bag waiting in the airport at baggage claim is crazy. Okay. All right. All right. Y'all know y'all Greyhound OGs know what I'm talking about. Been to the Atlanta station. All the other stations, you pull into a fence, you pull into a gated area. Then they just pull up to the curb, bro. Magic City right across the street. Now you know if one of the most famous strip clubs in the city is right across the street, you not supposed to be around there. One of the most famous hood strip clubs. You know what I mean? It ain't one of the fancy high roller strip clubs. I mean, it is, but you know what I'm saying. Bruh, you got no business being around there after dark. You trying to travel somewhere. Nope. Devon, you been hearing horror stories about Greyhound the past week? I've been hearing them for 10 years. You know what I mean? Chris, you can vouch. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's different. You know, I just, like I said, once you've taken them 3 day trips and seen all that stuff happening, seeing people get beat up, people's bags get lost, like the bus leave, their bags ain't on the bus. Then you got to, I always feel for those people. Bags aren't on the bus or bags are on another bus, or no, I'm good. I like to have an app. When I fly Delta, if I check a bag, it tells me where my bag is. It lets me know my bag is on the plane. It lets me know when my bag gets off the plane. The one time I had an issue with Delta with my check bag, they sent it ahead. So they'll do that sometimes. Like if there's a flight leaving before yours and it has space, they'll send the bag ahead. So it was kind of weird. My bag got to my destination before me. And so I'm like, I'm still in the air. How was my bag already in Atlanta or whatever? I forget where I was going. But I mean, it wasn't an issue. I just wasn't comfortable with it. When I, finally touched down, it told me where it was at. I went right there to get it. My only issue then was there was the baggage pickup area, and my bag was there, but nobody was really watching it. There was just 50 bags just sitting there. And I assumed you'd go up and show somebody something. And I just walked up, took my bag, and they were just like, that kind of, I was like, this is, but yeah, other than that, I don't have no problems with Delta. Yeah, Ashley, I will never forget this. This was one of my first times riding Greyhound, I feel like. Or no, it wasn't. It was one of my first times flying. I was going to Alaska. So I took the Greyhound to Orlando, and then I flew from Orlando to Alaska. This is probably my third time flying or something. But it was also the first time I stayed in a really nice hotel. I stayed in the Crown Plaza, Orlando. It's probably the first time I stayed in a hotel over $100 a night. You know what I mean? Your boy was feeling himself. Anyway, when I got to the Orlando bus station, I went outside to catch a cab. And so I'm outside, a couple other people outside, dudes just standing around, whatever. Also the first time I took Uber. But anyway, I start seeing 5 dudes walk into the parking lot, up to no good. These dudes didn't have tickets, you know what I mean? They was just coming through, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in Atlanta, so I know when dudes is whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, these dudes is, nah, something's up. So I start backing up near the door. Everybody else ain't paying no attention. They talking, that. You know, you get off the bus, you excited, they talking, you know. I'm watching, I'm like, yep. And them dudes just kept coming closer and closer. They just walked up to this one dude, surrounded him. Bah! Other dude hit him. He dropped. That's when I ran inside. Literally ran inside. Literally. I think I broke something on my bag. I broke one of the handles on my bag because I was trying to get in. I was trying to get inside. So I mean, I only had to take like 3 steps to get inside, but I ran the 3 steps. Was getting in. I was like, nope, nope, nope. Everybody else is outside. They fighting, blah, blah, blah. Security running out there. I was like, nope, nope, nope. I'm like, why? How was y'all not paying attention? 5 dudes walk across the parking lot up to no good. Y'all don't even see it. Nah, nope, nope. I waited till they calmed all that down. Then I went back outside to get a cab, and the cab driver wouldn't give me a ride. Keep in mind, my hotel was like 5 minutes down the road, and that was the first time I downloaded Uber because I was like, I'm not standing outside waiting. He was like, go to that cab over there. I'm like, dude, I'm not walking over there. They snuffing people out here. I'm not walking across the street to get a cab. I went inside, downloaded my little Uber, called a car, and like that was my first Uber experience. Which the Uber driver invited me to the gay club that night. So I don't know what vibe I was putting off. I must have been putting on some very like feminine vibes or something. Because he was like, yeah, you should come to so and so club, blah, blah, blah. And then I Googled it later, it was the gay club. I was like, all right, bro, I see what you're doing. But yeah, that was traumatizing. Spirit Airlines collapsing. I never took Spirit. I took Frontier once, FA, and then I've taken Delta every other time. If I had a choice, yeah. Like if I'm flying out the country and Delta doesn't go, I'll take something else. But literally domestically, I took a United flight last year because somebody else was flying me somewhere. But like, yeah, I if it's Delta, only hashtag only fly Delta. Like, nah, I don't, nah. I didn't leave Greyhound on the ground just to fly Greyhound in the skies. Nope, 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 nope. I don't know why the cab driver wouldn't give me a ride. I don't know. He just wouldn't. I'm like, dude, I need to go to the Crown Plaza. It says it. He's like, nope. Ask that guy over there. So that's what I'm wondering. Was it some kind of weird setup to where you go over there and then I don't know, but he just wouldn't give me. I was like, you know what? I ain't taking a cab. I have not taken a cab since then. I'm like, so you're not trying to make money? Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Hey, I feel you, Logan. Let's pick up another hobby. Let's do something different. Cool. Yeah, traveling is definitely giving me so many stories, you know, and definitely way more good stories than bad. The bad stories are great when they're over, you know. But yeah. Honestly, since I stopped going Greyhound, the bad stories have gotten a lot better. You know, are the places I stay at expensive? I mean, it depends, Greg. I try to keep a certain price point, you know, but sometimes like the place I'm staying at in Denver is a little higher than I would like it to be, but I had never stayed in downtown Denver for any length of time. And I was like, I want to stay in a high rise downtown, you know, like treat myself. So on occasion, I'll spend a little more, but I try to keep it, you know, at certain price points. You know, but like I said, after I used to stay in little $60 a night, $50 a night hotels, whatever, and it just kept being uncomfortable and in bad neighborhoods. And that was when I went to Orlando. I was like, you know what? If I got the money, I'm gonna pay to stay in decent hotels. So since that time, if I had the money, I try to stay in decent places. I try to save money and you know get the deals I can, but you know when if the day comes when I don't have the money, well, okay. But it's just like I'm if I don't feel comfortable traveling, then like what's the point? I could have stayed home. You know, that's the way I kind of look at it. So Kai 2019, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, San Francisco's a cool city. I like San Francisco. I think I went, was it 2 years ago around this time? All the years running. I just remember the Christmas tree was up. Yeah, San Francisco was a cool city. It definitely, I mean, I saw a lot of the negative stuff people are talking about, but the area I stayed in was like chill, you know, which I think that's something that even when I went to Portland, everybody's like, don't go to Portland. It's just like, yeah, it's got what it's got, but there's good areas, you know. There's certain parts that are like, don't go there. Like when people from Portland be like, maybe don't go over there. Or they're like, hey, if you go over there after dark, bring a weapon. Then I'm like, okay. But like, yeah, the internet will just show you the worst of any city and make you think that's the whole city. You know what I mean? Like they was like, don't go to Chicago. Yeah, no, you got to watch your back. But like, I spent a weekend in Chicago. It was cool. You know, you just got, you know, if you're going somewhere and you're nervous about it, just like you can, especially now with AI, doing the search for you, you can just search, you know, like best areas to stay in Fort Lauderdale. You know, it'll pop right up. The best neighborhoods, it'll pop right up. You know, yeah. Logan Portland is not as bad as people said. No, no. And I, from what I saw, and a lot of people told me they've been cleaning it up since, you know, a few years back. But the homelessness was is the biggest issue, um, from what I saw. And now a lot of that has to do with the drugs and whatever, but that's every city. So it's just like, you know, it's kind of one of those things of that's any major city. So yeah. Greg, I'm just in Boulder for the weekend, but I'm still in Denver. Christina, I think you could probably still get a winter seasonal job. I would go to CoolWorks and go to the Help Want It Now page. Um, and those are the people who are like hiring. There's probably some places whose most places season probably just honestly, this would probably be a good time because any like all the seasons started or are about to start. A lot of the winter places, if they don't already have people, they're going to be pretty desperate. Like, so I think now would be a good time. Early's good, and then also like late is good. Anytime's good, but like now, they're more likely to be like, when can you show up? Because our season starts next Thursday, and we need two extra people. You know, so yeah, I would just go to the Help Want It Now page, start there, and yeah, apply to the people who are like, because they have to pay extra. I'm pretty sure to get on the Help Want It Now page. So like those are people who are really like, we need someone now. Like literally, seasonal job would be like, can you come Thursday? And it'll be like Monday. Yeah, that's what I love about seasonal work is like you can get hired and be out there the next week. I've had them be like, well, just get here when you can get here. Whenever you get here, you'll start. I'm like, you know, I got a couple things. They're like, yeah, get here as soon as possible. You can start. I had one place I didn't end up going, but they were like, hey, we'll fill out all the paperwork when you get here. Just come, which was kind of sketch to me. I was like, well, I kind of like to have the paperwork filled out and all. They were just like, nah, just if you hey, need a couple days, hop on a plane, we'll do all that. Just come on, we got you. I was like, that seems a little too desperate. You know, I was like, you don't even need my social in it. Oh, but yeah, Christine, I think now would be a good time, isn't it? Or possibly a better time. Angela, it's not snowing right now. No, there's still in some of the shadow parts. There's snow on the ground still from a week ago. Um, but I mean, for the most part, and like there's ice in the parking lot out here. Weird, but like, not it's not snowing. I'm hoping it don't snow this weekend. I got stuff to do. I probably should have checked the forecast. That's a good point. Should have checked the forecast, Timothy. Oh, we should be good. Hold on. That's Denver. Hold on. Let's check this forecast. What am I supposed to do with this ad? Oh, no, it's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow. Oh, but then Monday, oh, it's going to snow Monday. It goes from 55 on Sunday to 38 on Monday. Ugh. Blech. Blech. I mean, yeah, you know me, Avery. I'm no stranger to snow. You know what I mean? After spent how many winters in Montana and Colorado, like I just don't like it. I can do it, you know. Like I've done that. Them snow up in the mountains, like up in the mountains. You know, snow at a ski resort. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, I can do snow. I can do the cold. You know, we ain't scared of negative temperatures and snow. I just don't like it no more. You know, like I can do it. I just don't care to do it. You know, you know. Tierra, I'm good. I'm good. Blessed. Retired 2019. I keep going back and forth about Myrtle Beach. It might not happen this year. It might not happen this year. You know, I keep going back and forth, but I don't know. I could see me skipping a year. Yeah. 19 degrees in Ohio, 12 inches of snow. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. See, I just don't. I'm good. That's a lot of snow. Yeah, Avery. I just like warmer. Like you know what I mean. Like I like sunshine and 60 degrees. Like I just don't. Like I said, I've done the snow. They just don't do nothing for me. I was in Minneapolis and St. Paul as earlier this year. I didn't stay too long, maybe like 2 weeks. Um, but I would love to go to Minneapolis this summer coming up. Um, yeah, but yeah, I was there last summer, fall, maybe last fall. It all runs together. But I've been in Minnesota. Yes. What up, Peggy? Appreciate you finally subscribing. Thank you. 70 degrees in Tucson. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Gatlinburg. Yeah, I like Myrtle Beach is probably like the only city. Like I just like the beach and it's cheap. So if I'm gonna go to the East Coast, it's usually gonna be Myrtle Beach. Yeah. Yeah, Mox. I just grew up in Florida, so I have no desire to go back. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I just I've done it. You know what I mean. That's part of my reasoning for not settling in Colorado. I think is like I've done it. You know, even though I've done Montana and I would settle in Bozeman if I could afford it. But you know, some places just like once I've done them, like I grew up in Florida. Like I have like why would I go back? Like it just and you know, I've said many times, I just don't like there's just a vibe in the southeast that I don't get other parts of the country and I kind of don't want to go back. Hey Natan, apply for Alaska for the season. Nice. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Glad I could throw some inspiration your way. Yeah, Alaska's amazing. Alaska's amazing. Guys, I appreciate that. You know, maybe one day we'll do a meetup. You know, maybe one day. Come to NYC. I need to visit NYC. I do need to visit. That's on my list. You in the burbs? I Sure, that's how you feel about San Jose? Yeah, it's just, you know, you've been somewhere for a while. It's kind of like I've done it. Like it's not appealing when you've done it. It feel like taking a step back to me. Retired 2019, Colorado is amazing. Like Colorado is a really amazing state. Like I think people don't realize it doesn't get talked about a ton. People will talk about like the skiing, but like just in general, a lot, like Colorado in the summer is amazing, bro. Like it's amazing. It's a cool state. Like Denver's a cool city. Denver definitely doesn't get the love it deserves. Um, yeah, it's just that wintertime come around. Actually, racism is everywhere. So not as much as people think, but it's everywhere. But I do think the South has a lot of racial undertones that other places don't have. Yeah. Greg, I went to New York City when I was like 5. I haven't been back since then. Yeah, it's on my list, but it's not near as high as like other places. It's like you got to go to New York. I'm like I know when I go, it'll probably be like a weekend. I'll scratch it off my list and I'll be good. Went to New York, cool. You know what I mean? Pretty sure. We'll see. But yeah, it's not very high on my list. It's on there though. Yeah, I definitely have found people in this part of the country to be friendlier than back home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and now it kind of depends on the city sometimes too, but in general, people just seem to be a lot nicer. I just think it's more accepted. So if you grow up in a place where like people don't speak when they pass by each other in the street, you're not going to do it. That doesn't mean you're not a friendly person. It's just that's not what you do. So when you come out to places where that's more accepted, people just do it more. You know, you pass close enough to somebody, you might say hi. You get in the elevator with someone, hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like this building I'm staying at in Denver, so friendly. Like every time I get in the elevator, well, half the time I get in the elevator, you know, especially if it's like people my age or older, we almost always speak. The young people, not so much, but people my age or older, anytime we're in the elevator together, they're always speaking. How's your day been? What are you doing? What are you doing for Christmas? Just super friendly, man. Yeah. Oh, Simple Natural Black Life. You're from Manhattan? Nothing in I see but crime and high price shopping. I'm good. I'm good. Not impressed, Cheryl. That's what I'm saying. I just want to go to say I've gone. Um, yeah, Ray. Aurora. Yeah, I'm telling you, Colorado's different. A friend of mine came out here. He was blown away. He was just like, man, everybody's friendly. People speak. They ain't on that racial time. Like he was. Yeah, I took him hiking and like he was just blown away at like how friendly people were. And just nobody was judged. Like it was just. I'm like, bro, like it's not that. That's not the norm. Do you have people like that? Sure, but like it's just not the like nobody cares, bro. I haven't been to Glenwood Springs. I feel like I went through there. I feel like I might have went through there. Yeah, I just like being places where like people are friendly, people talk, they make eye contact, they wave. Up in Estes Park, friendly is one of the friendliest places I've ever been. When the tourists are there, not as much because the tourists are from other places. But like fall and winter, when it's just the locals, everybody's friendly. Everybody's friendly. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, like it's just friendly, different. Sue said, I've had friends who had a very hard time finding relationships here in the Southeast, and then they moved away and they were in relationships in a couple months. It's just a different vibe. No disrespect to the Southeast. I grew up there, but it's just a different vibe, bro. Like, I don't know. D Dollar Sign, glad you liked the video. I probably won't do more stuff about crypto just because, like, I said in that video everything I had to say. And I don't like. Once again, it was like I was more asking questions about Bitcoin and telling my stories than saying should you invest in Bitcoin or not. I was like, I got some sheep because of this reason. It might go to zero. So like, yeah, I really don't have anything more to say about crypto. Like, I don't know. Like I feel like most people who do lots of content on crypto have an agenda. Either they're all for it, so they're going to talk about it and talk good about it, or they're against it, so they talk negative. I don't know. I think Bitcoin is going to hit 100,000 and keep going, but like they might start regulating it tomorrow. I don't know. So like I probably won't do more content on crypto just because like I kind of said everything I had to say. Like yeah. I do that a lot. Like I don't know. I think it's the zen in me that it's just like you talk about it, and when you have nothing else to say, don't talk about it no more, unless somebody asks. Idaho, okay. All right. I was just in Texas last year, so I was in the Dallas area. I went to Austin. I think that was it. Yeah. So yeah, I was in Texas for a month and a half last year, somewhere around there. A month and a half. Yeah. I will say the bulk of seasonal workers are probably 18 to 25. Yes, but you have people of all ages. And I started doing seasonal work at 35, and I never felt old. I just left a seasonal job, and I'm 45 now, and like I didn't feel old. You know what I mean? I had friends there that are 21 and some that are 30 and some that were 70, the 60s. Like, yeah. So like I never experienced any type of ageism or like not being able to find friends. In fact, most of my friends are like under 30 because of seasonal work. Because when I met them, I was 38 and they were 22. You know what I mean? So now they're 28 and I'm 45. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, most people are going to be between like 18 and 25, but it's not. Being older never affected me negatively. Yeah, everybody just kind of gets along. Yeah, Portland, another place that was very friendly. Portland was very friendly and way more beautiful than I thought. Kelly, I'm not really worried about like I don't sit around and come up with bad scenarios for AI. There's bad scenarios for every piece of technology. They just don't happen. You know what I mean? So like I just don't. I'm just not one of these people who's so scared about AI becoming sentient because that's a human idea, right? That's something humans think about because we hold the ideal of being sentient so high. Why would technology want to become self-aware? Like like it couldn't. Like it's not. There's no. I don't know. It's just not something I. Will there be breakdowns and accidents because AI? Yes, but like when you send the AI drones in to clear a building, will it shoot the wrong people? Sure. Um, but humans do that too. So a lot of the stuff I think we're very worried about AI doing is the same stuff right now we have to worry about humans doing. I'm worried if AI drives the car, it'll run into something. Humans do that every day. So like that's why I'm not too worried about AI and all that because like yeah, there's gonna be problems, but there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff too. So like I don't know, but that's just me in general. Like I don't sit around creating scary scenarios. Like I enjoy life. I want to be happy. I want to laugh. I want to, you know what I mean? Like I just don't sit around coming up with crazy scenarios. You know, like if we're on here and we talk about it, but like just in general, like I spend my life coming up with cool scenarios. You know, I'm thinking about my AI girlfriend. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to jump off. Been going for a little over 2 hours, and that was kind of my goal for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for spending time with your boy this evening. Big shout out to the Super Chat Squad, which was Praveen. Thank you. Big shout out to Angela, best moderator in the world. Lurk Squad in the building. Big shout out to like all the people who come back or the new people first stream. That's always good to see. Shows are doing something right. I'll talk to y'all later.